guys just landed on Fish Around and Find Out. So if you guys want to learn how to take this fish and butterfly it and keep the tail and the head on, like those guys over there, like and subscribe. All right, guys, so what you're looking at is a butterflied red snapper with the head on attached. Now, for this video, lucky for me, and why I say lucky because it creates less work, is the customer just wants it butterflied and gutted. They don't want it cleaned out. It's something that the chef is gonna take care of. So for the purposes of this video, I don't have to worry about cleaning it, which means when you look inside the fish, you're gonna see some stuff there that normally I would not send it out with. But because the chef wants it this way so that he can do the work himself, that's how it's gonna stay. If you're gonna butterfly a lane snapper, you're gonna need few things. One, I suggest the squeegee. When you cut this fish open, there's gonna be a lot of blood on the table. I'm sure you see the remnants of red over here on the table. The reason why those remnants are there was because I already cut this fish, but I cleaned it off a little bit because I wanted it to look good for the video. Second, you're gonna need two knives. One, you want a knife that bends a little bit, and you want one that doesn't bend at all. Shears. You're gonna need shears because you're gonna have to cut through this bone. So, before you start, squeegee isn't necessary, it's optional, but I would suggest you using it. You need a good fillet knife that gives you just a little bit of a bend. You need a solid fillet knife with no bend because you're gonna be cutting through a bone. And you're gonna need the shears because there's a bone in there that these guys are not gonna cut through. You're gonna need to use this guy. So before we start, make sure you have those tools. How do I get from a whole fish like this to a butterfly fish like these? Well, pretty simple once you know what to do, but it is not easy. It definitely takes a little bit of finesse and it takes a little bit of knowing where everything is. So this customer wants a tail on, head on butterfly fish. So you have to take the bones out of the inside of the fish. So pretty much you're carving all the way around the fish. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna treat this board like you're filleting any other fish. The thing is that since they want the head, you can't butterfly it from the top side. You actually have to butterfly it from the underside. So that's where the trick comes on knowing the way the ship is, knowing the way the fish is shaped. So first you go like a regular fillet. You're gonna cut through there, come up top, right? Now you're gonna flip back to the other side. If you look inside of the fish, if this is all removed correctly, and if it isn't, you can remove it yourself. But you're gonna take that out because that's gonna make it easier for you to see inside of the guts of the fish. All right, so now that we got that all out of there, you see these little bones right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those bones right there is the line through the fish. So we wanna rest our knife on there and cut through the bones. This is probably the hardest part of doing it because this is the place where you can lose most of your meat. If you go to slice through this and you come up, you're gonna cut through your whole entire fillet. So it requires some sturdy, stiff hands and kind of being confident in what it is that you're gonna do. So you're just gonna hold it there and downwards, push across. Now I just snapped through all of those, see that? Now that I've snapped through those, I can take the knife and I can lay right on the bones. And this here, you gotta be firm because you're cutting through all those bones, but you're pushing down also on the knife. So as you come across, just like a regular fillet. Now, red snapper is a very soft fish, meaning this is gonna tear apart the more and more I move it. We're not looking for a pretty fish. This fish is gonna get stuffed. So we can play with it, move it around. We just don't wanna, mutilate it. All right, so same thing as the other side. We're gonna go ahead and cut through there. Cut like we're cutting a normal fish. Same thing, just on the opposite side. You're gonna get your knife up on top of the bone. You're gonna cut through those. Get your knife in, rest on the bones, and sturdy hand, take yourself across. Now you got this nice, pretty, opened up fish. So how do you get it off without taking the tail and without taking the head off? Easy. So this connection right here, Easiest way to get through it, take your knife, go straight through. Look on the other side and make sure you're not cutting through the fish. Go ahead and make your swipe across. Same thing on the other side. Swipe in the opposite direction. All right, now at the beginning of the video, I said proper tools. You need shears. Why? Because this part is a pain in the butt to try to cut through. So if you just take shears very easily, a couple cuts through there, and just like that, boom, gone. So now you're left with something that looks like this. Easy. Just give it a pull. It's gonna come right out. Now, you don't want a bitter, nasty tasting fish, so you gotta take the gills out. Real easy way to do that. Just pull them out. Not hard to do. As long as you're not disgusted by dealing with the bloody fish, you can easily take these guys out of here by just grabbing them and ripping them out of the fish. All right? So now we've got that guy there. Last two things left to do. One, you gotta eliminate the rib cage. So, what do? I come over here, go right up underneath it, make sure I'm not gonna lose any meat. Go ahead and disconnect them. Now I know I got them disconnected, so I can go from up underneath now and just eliminate these out of here. That's one side. Same thing on the other side. Rib bones out. And just like that. Now, remember I told you the fish is gonna break apart. So the fish looking crazy like this, it's okay. It's not a bad thing. This part of the fish, you're never gonna see it. It's gonna cook and it's gonna be closed off. So here I'm just separating so that behind the ribbon where the fins are, I can get behind here and cut this out because nobody wants to eat those bones. And this is pretty much the last step. You're gonna work across, boom, 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 real easy. Take those out of there. Just like that, you got yourself a completely butterfly fish with the tail and with the head still attached so it can be stuffed and put on a plate as a whole fish. Okay.